Now let's see how we can balance a very, I think it's a common reaction maybe, but it looks like complicated, but it's not. It's what we call benzene. Benzene is 6 carbons and six hydrogens. That's benzene. It's like a ring. Okay, forget about that. It's a C6 and H6. Uh, of course, we're gonna add oxygen as usual, and we're going to get is carbon dioxide plus water molecules. Now, think about it. Think about it. We were talking before that if you want to balance any chemical equation, just look at how many elements you have on each side. And when I say each side, I mean this line, this arrow here is a divide the reactants from the product. So these are the things that are reacting together to produce that. Now, on this side here, we need to count how many elements of each. So how many elements are there in each of the molecules here? So we have benzene, which has 6 carbons, and we have hydrogen here, which has 6 atoms, and of course we have oxygen. That looks like we just have 2 of them there. And when we come to this side, we're counting how many carbon do we have there? We have just 1. And how many hydrogen do we have there? So remember, I'm just going straight to the hydrogen because I want to keep the same order there. And there's only 2 of the hydrogens, and we have 3 oxygens. Now, this is not very tricky at all, because what we're going to do is try and elevate the numbers so that they all equal each other on both sides of the equation. Remember, we can start from anywhere. I don't really go by this, and I have to go this way, no, I go from anywhere. But here, obviously, we have a problem with carbon, because on this side we have only 1, and there's 6 on the other side. So what do we have to do here? We have to make sure that this one becomes 6 carbons. So what do? We added 6 here. But what have we done just now? By adding 6 there, we have transformed that carbon into 6. So it's now 6 carbons. But then what else we have done is added another oxygen's elements. So that's no longer 3 that they were, it's now 6 times 2, so 12 plus this one, so that becomes 13. Right, now that we're here, there is a problem already. First, the hydrogen that we have over there is 6. The hydrogen we have here is just 2. So basically we could say that let's balance the hydrogens and say we put a 3 here. And that gives us, of course, 6 hydrogens. But what we have also done is added a few more of the oxygen. So that's now 3 oxygens plus that 12 oxygens. So that's now 15 oxygens. No. Is it? 12 plus 3, yeah. That's 15 oxygens. See how we have created a problem. Everything else is the same, is good, but then we have created a problem because now we have 15 oxygen on this side of the products, but we have only 2 oxygens on the side of the reactants. So what do we have to do? We have to make sure that we get that correct. And the only way to do that is take this number, which is 15, divided by 2 that we have there. So we have 15 over 2 times that. That gives us, of course, 15 oxygens. Makes sense, doesn't it? Good. Right. Now, didn't we say before that we really can't leave the equation with a fraction? So what we have to do is actually time everything by 2 to make sure that we don't have that fraction in. Because when we time by 2, then we no longer have to care about this one, and that becomes 15. So what we're going to do is all of this times 2, and that becomes 2 benzene plus 15 oxygens give you 12 carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water. That's how we do this. And let's see if this actually makes, if this is correct. So how many carbon do we have here? So carbon here is 12. Carbon is equal to 12 of them. Hydrogen, oh, did I say 2 here? No, this is 6, sorry. Yeah. We have hydrogen, which is 12 again, and we have oxygen, that is 30 of them. On this side here, we have carbon, that is 12. Is it the same? Good. We have hydrogen, that is 12. Is that good? The same? Good. And then we have oxygen, that is 24. So 12 times 2, 24, plus 6 times 1. So that's 30. And that makes it. All right. Good. And that you're done with that chemical equation.